Some Pokemon designs have gotten a little worse throughout the generations, but here are some that I think were absolutely ruined. Let's talk about Mantine. Now, a lot of people know that they're a fighter jet, but I think most people aren't aware that having children ruin their life. A key part of Mantine's design is the Remoraid that hangs out underneath their flipper. Remoraid's a gun, this is a fighter jet, it's a cool instance of Pokemon world building, showing how different species can interact with one another. Then Mantine went to Sinnoh, had a kid, and for some reason chose peace. Why would you ever do that? Now, this situation is pretty layered in my opinion. As starting in Gen 4, Mantine learns really weird moves like Bullet Seed, Psybeam, and Signal Beam at level 0, which furthers its connection to Remoraid as Remoraid learns these moves. And to evolve Mantike into Mantine, you need a Remoraid in your party. And I think all this stuff is really cool. It goes to further this connection. But there's one huge issue with this. Where the fuck is Remoraid? I think maybe they wanted to preserve continuity with this decision, and I respect that and all, and by that I mean I don't. In my opinion, I feel like you got rid of the whole gimmick. It feels so empty now. I feel like it's just like, let's just take away Skeletor's bird, don't need that anymore. Or let's just call CPS on Kangaskhan. I mean, have you seen their house? All right, enough playing around though. I know what you're here for. Let's talk about Pokemon going to 3D. Oh boy. So you probably think I'm gonna talk about Tropius, any of the paralyzed flying kites of Gen 6, Salamence, but no actually. I think they're bad, but at least their identity is still somewhat intact. Hippowdon became 3D and then proceeded to forget his name, his address, and he is sundowning. Big Hippo's entire identity is that he is a hippo with pores that leak sand. This is further accentuated by his only abilities being Sandstream and Sand Force, and his Pokedex entries only mention the sand pores as well as his giant gaping mouth. Without those things, he's just a regular ass hippo with barnacles. Now, benefit of the doubt, it's probably really hard to make the sand pile work in 3D, but they couldn't, like, you know, do an animation for its attacks where the sand comes out, kind of like Hitmontop. You know, in default, he don't really spin anymore, but he'll do it if you click an attack. But Hippowdon doesn't even have that. The poor hippo is just stuck with pores.